For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. True freedom requires a commitment to uphold the dignity and rights of every individual, and to use our liberty not just for our personal benefit, but for the betterment of our communities and the world at large. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. To be free is to let go of the fears that bind us, to trust in our inner voice and to live our truth without apology, knowing that our greatest strength lies in our ability to rise above adversity and shine our light for all to see. I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things I had a right to: liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other, for no man should take me alive. I shall fight for my freedom and for the freedom of others with every breath in my body, knowing that the true measure of a life well lived is found in our courage to pursue what is right and just, even in the face of insurmountable odds. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. The pursuit of freedom is not a passive act, but a relentless struggle for justice, equality, and human dignity. It requires unwavering faith, boundless hope, and the courage to stand up and speak out against injustice, knowing that our collective efforts can create a world where every person can live in true freedom and peace. Everything that is really great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. The essence of freedom lies in the ability to think, to imagine, and to create without limitations. It is through our free and unencumbered minds that we can unlock our greatest potential, push the boundaries of what is possible, and leave an indelible mark on the world. In the truest sense, freedom cannot be bestowed. It must be achieved. It is not enough to speak of freedom. We must act upon it. True freedom requires us to take responsibility for our actions, to stand up for our beliefs, and to work tirelessly to ensure that every individual has the opportunity to live a life free from oppression, fear, and want. Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. To be free is to embrace the uncertainties of life, to step boldly into the unknown, and to trust that we have the strength and resilience to overcome any obstacle. It is through our willingness to take risks and pursue our dreams that we find true freedom and fulfillment. The only real prison is fear, and the only real freedom is freedom from fear. True freedom is found in our ability to face our fears, to stand up for our beliefs, and to live our lives with courage and conviction. It is through our unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and human dignity that we can break free from the chains of oppression and create a world where every person can live in freedom and peace. I would like to be remembered as a person who wanted to be free ... so other people would also be free. The pursuit of freedom is not just about personal liberation, but about creating a world where every individual has the opportunity to live a life free from oppression and discrimination. It is through our willingness to stand up for what is right, to challenge injustice, and to fight for equality that we can build a better, more just world for future generations. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. True freedom is not just about personal liberation. but about using our freedom to make a positive impact on the lives of others. It is through our selfless acts of kindness, compassion, and service that we can create a world where every person has the opportunity to live in freedom and dignity. By dedicating ourselves to the greater good, we find our true purpose and fulfillment. There may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time when we fail to protest. The pursuit of freedom requires us to be vigilant, to stand up against oppression, and to speak out against injustice wherever we see it. It is through our unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and human dignity that we can create a world where every person has the opportunity to live in freedom and peace. By refusing to remain silent in the face of injustice, we honor the legacy of those who have fought for freedom before us and paved the way for future generations.